Okay, Bravo, take note. Can start unlocking 0 inmate.
I was apprehended for drug trafficking. I was petrified.
I don't know how to tell my parents that his charge was death penalty.
We went to a third tranche of trial. He told me that, Iskandar, now they decide to give you an offer. 24 years for trafficking and 1 year for possession. So from High Court, they sent me to maximum security.
Today I left with 50 days to go until my release date on the 21st January. I've collected all these items so that I can reward myself every single night for my countdown.
He is a very good inmate, but doesn't mean all the good inmates are good citizens. We have a lot of experience where the inmate obey, but after 2 months they come back. They fail to become a good citizen.
On 3 different occasions, I was carrying 3 different types of weapons. Actually, the first weapon I got was a samurai sword. I planned to go down to this place to meet this guy. I just want to slash him, then I walk off to actually teach him a lesson. She's afraid that I might not change. So if God really, if I can't change, then she will definitely leave me, she said. So it's like so-called my last chance.
Hello, how are you doing out there? Everything been fine for you? How is our daughter? What school did she get into? Does she miss me? Are you still very angry on me? Still very hate me? I want to apologize for my past words and action which have hurt you.
I want to seek forgiveness from a lot of people. One of them is, I hope, forgiveness from my ex-wife. And I hope to be given a chance to take care of my daughter.
Okay, solid to Bravo. Can start unlocking the room yard. Hey guys, stand by, guys. Okay, once ready, come fall in. Right now, the time is 2 o'clock. Okay, your yard is 2 hours. Okay, come, carry on.
I want to put some requests.
You want to put what?
Yeah, some requests. I want to put...
So for inmates, most of the times, the only contact person is the officer. So they have any requests or anything, any issue, they always look for their personal supervisor, which is the officer, like myself.
I want to request for accommodation. After release, then I want to find a place to stay.
Okay, okay, Ken.
I left about 8 months in my sentence. One biggest worry is my accommodation. So when I release from here, I definitely don't have a roof.
Just to check, how about your family? Where does your family stay and everything?
Because I very long I never go back home already. So yeah, my only support last time is my mama. So but then she passed away already. So I cannot actually go back to home.
Oh, your siblings? Any of your siblings? Anyone?
We are not very close contact.
So you have no contact with them?
No, no.
You will be staying alone?
With my girlfriend. Because I have a fiancé waiting for me outside. So my first only step is to actually stable myself first. Then that is where I was explore the others' plannings.
They will arrange an interview with you. Then you explain everything to the social worker.
Okay. When outside, I don't have accommodation, so I don't have enough rest. I cannot really concentrate on my work. So without work, definitely my money also facing issue. So that is where all my negative and crime mindset come in. So that is why I repeated my offense and coming back here.
All right, gentlemen, today is your reward redemption day. We're watching a movie. Good job on accumulating enough points for the movie session. Keep up the good work and your good conduct. Any questions for me? All right.
Gentlemen, thank you, sir.
If they are well behaved from the whole week, we will give them a point. On the Friday, they can choose what rewards they want.
Pretty much accepted that they were hard and they could not again.
This one is considered our lucky day. So usually it's about 3 to 4 months once. Although inside here we watch the movies, all is like very, very bad treated one. To see movies is like something very precious to us. Nicer than watch in the cinema. Yeah, maybe this, when we lost something, then we appreciate something.
When you hear the thud, you get in your life.
Now we're having movies, so it's related to our programs. Heroes, like how we manage our emotions and our family's violence, all that.
The Violence Intervention Program, or HERO in short, is actually meant for inmates with violence antecedents. So they will actually undergo this program with counselors to help them understand their offences better, train their cognitive abilities.
Hello, Khai, Graceson, afternoon. Oh, you all just had a haircut. I'm Rashida. I'm a psychologist with the Singapore Prison Service. What we do as psychologists is to do assessments, and this would help to address triggers that would lead to violent behaviors or aggression. Okay, notice the outline of your hands, the fingers, and then the spaces between your fingers. If there are any thoughts going through your mind, acknowledge it. Would that be something that you would be doing next time?
To be honest, no. Because it's too detailed. It might trigger other things.
When it triggers, acknowledge it.
And move.
Your hand, I saw a little scar earlier. That might have triggered something. Anything, any person, any place, we get triggered until to the point of rage. And what happened to our behavior when we are very angry? It becomes an action. Exactly. Family can help them change. It can also be a trigger factor. For example, they may have issues with communication with each other, which may lead to family violence.
Do you think nagging is also a form of communication?
Yes.
Yes, you can say yes. Why do you say so?
Show that they care for you.
They care for you.
So that's why they nag. They bother to nag.
Sometimes they nag too over already.
Okay, what about it that makes it irritating?
They keep say already, then they repeat. Then say again, then repeat. Keep rewind also.
So there is this thought, you should understand me, you're my family, right? And at the same time, doesn't seem like that's happening.
Like I got this situation, I just normal talk to my friend. Then my wife would think that why you can share your friend, why you cannot share with me?
And why do you choose a friend instead of your wife?
Like example, like I say, okay, after this sentence, planning to like go and take some course for cooking or this. Then she would just answer me, you want to go and learn? You cook Maggie me also don't know, you want to go and learn? Then no need, you must well you come home, I teach you.
Walao, is it this type of pattern?
That's a good example. Okay, pause there. Very good, very good. Okay, let's get help from the other guys. And she said, wow, you cannot even cook Maggie mee. Well, what do you think her perspective, what she's thinking? What's behind that?
So maybe she wants to take this time to spend time with you because share the
But
food.
the problem is, she herself also don't know not really how to cook. Not.
Do you have her before?
Never.
Never.
I myself, I don't know how to cook.
So it's really about expectations.
If you look at it, right, it's really listening and reflect. What is my spouse or my family members, for that matter, trying to tell me? Reflect what they might be feeling. Okay? At times, right, they may also feel awkward to be telling you something so directly.
But what's important is you and your wife need to talk about it lah.
I plan like after I get my new passport, then I move. You cannot play drugs in Singapore.
If I were to succeed in something, but without drug, and I would take probably at a slower rate, how does that sit with you?
Boring.
It is certainly quite worrying if he's articulating those thoughts.
Attention to all inmates, fall in for mouse to check now. I repeat, fall in for mouse to check now.
Master check is actually unique to prisons. So this is also done for prison school.
Good afternoon, man.
Good afternoon.
After I was sentenced, right, I reached the maximum institution. I calculate how much time I left in prison. So after cutting off the remission and the remands, I left with 10 years. I know there is a prison school. There is a NT level, NA level, O level and diploma. So I do the calculation 1 year for NA, 1 year for O level and 2 years for diploma. Maybe after the diploma, I will want to pursue a study in the degree course. So along the way, the distance is open. So I submit the application form. I feel happy that I've been selected and fortunate because from what I know, there's a lot of applicants. So for this year, I move on to take my O levels.
So every year they can actually apply for whatever levels they want to apply for. It may be N, O, or even A. So after they have registered interest, we will actually clear them based on conduct or even runway in prisons, how long more they have with us.
So the interest loan is 1,600 divided by 1/4.
So right now it's 8:25. So usually this is the time that I do my revisions with my cellmates.
253.
In prison, this is how you study. You have to sit on the floor. As my age catching up, I feel the pain. So for each subject, right, you will receive a worksheet realistic. We don't have TV, we don't have radio, we don't have computer, we don't go in social media, so we just spend our time on study. And that really make our time fly very fast. So sometimes you'll be shocked at people asking for more worksheet. So after class, usually my teacher will tell us, okay, you need to do this topic, and to be handed up by the next lesson. If I don't do it every day, I can't catch up.
For prison school inmates, they're actually very busy. They actually have much lesser free time here. Median sentence is about 3 to 5 years. So if we actually let them study compress syllabus, compressing from 4 years to 1 year, we actually allow more inmates to benefit from the education within prisons.
So I will study until 9:45. After that, I will pack up my things and rinse myself and go to sleep because I have to wake up 4 a.m. this morning. My day start at 4:30 a.m. I take a bath, brush my teeth, right? I will do the prayers. 4:45, the staff will issue us the hot drinks for breakfast. So we're having our breakfast early in the morning because we have to be at class by 8 a.m. in the morning. When you go into class, you don't feel like you're inside prison. It's totally different. When we talk to teacher, right, it's like a friend.
Good morning, sir.
Take a seat. Please help me distribute the notes for today. Thank you. Right, guys, going back to the situational writing piece, going back to the PAC. What is PAC? Can somebody remind me what is PAC? I've been teaching here for almost 2 years. I teach English here, mainly the O-levels. So P is purpose. Was a little bit intimidated at the start. Many of them had rather rough-looking tattoos. A is audience. But once I stepped into the classroom, I realized that they were just like any ordinary students, eager to learn and very concerned about how to do well for the exams. Mainstream students will always have access to online resources or even expensive private tuition. But over here, they are quite reliant on me to prepare them for the exams and to provide career guidance. Hoodie number 3, Iskandar. Yes,
Iskandar. So I talk about the skills I have.
Yes, of course.
I'm a conscientious and meticulous person. When it comes to details, it will be helpful for the event planning for the children, such as the sport day. That's the skill I have.
Oh, you are a what? A meticulous person?
Conscientious and meticulous.
Conscientious.
Conscientious and meticulous person. When it comes to detail.
I wonder where you get those words from.
From you lah.
Experience. Iskandar is a very lively and rather humorous student. I mean, beyond that, because he's so eager to learn, he's actually very hardworking. Questions so far?
Sir. I mean, for the two, right, I just put head of citizenship at email.com, right?
Yeah. The email is up to you.
Then I got the subject, right?
Yeah. So, phones in general means it can be any screen. So, in fact, by changing to the, it's actually wrong.
Actually, I believe I'm a bright student because I came from the express stream. But unfortunately, I tend to do mistake in my life and get myself straight away from the school, right, to commit crimes. If I had given the second chance, I'd be at the gallows, or maybe I'd be hanged already. I'd be dead by now. So, if I'm having this opportunity, right, I will use it wisely.
You intend to do our part-time diploma course, right?
Intend to do diploma in logistics.
Once you complete that, there's even...
Further studies?
Yeah, further studies. The Bachelor of Science in Logistics and Supply Chain Management. You can even do it while you're in prison school. You don't have to wait till you're outside.
For this time around, I don't want to waste time in prison. I choose study because in future, with certificates, it helps me to get a better job. Once you didn't have a job, you will tend to do the illegal things, because you need money. Because when you are out for prison, when you open your eyes, you think about money, how to live, how to get money, how to survive, what to eat. I really need this to change, to have a good start later on my life.
Hi, stand by. Bravo, Bravo 204. Bravo 204. Guys, stand by. Lock on, guys. Twisted. Guys, proceed to the yard. Okay guys, before you start for your yard, remember to put on your mask properly and ensure safe distancing. Okay, I see. Good. Afternoon guys, carry on.
Most of us are looking forward for the yard time because only we have twice a week for the yard. This is different from the maximum institution because in maximum security, I will go for yard every Monday to Saturday for 2 hours. After a stressful day in class, memorizing the formula, doing all the revisions, the 1 hour and 150 minutes is so precious for us. For us as a student, yeah, it's very important. I came to prison school on the 3rd January 2020, and that's the first time I've been to the open yard. The first thing I see is the open sky. Because the maximum institution, all this while I've been seeing a ceiling. I never seen an open sky for such a long time. Then I see there's an aeroplane. I see there's a bird, right? So this is what I've been missing for such a long time in the prison. I really miss all these things.
I miss the rain. I like cold weather. I like rain. I enjoy raining days, even when I'm outside. I miss the sun, miss the rain, miss getting outside. The view very important for us. It's like the only way that we can feel outside. There's a black maria, they call it. The one that comes in and out through the front gate. There's the one that from here to court and court come back here. So every time when I saw that bus, I just don't want to see it again because it can remind me that that's the starting of the whole entire thing.
Rusdi, were there difficulties that you encounter when you were out before you come in here?
The influence of getting money, cars, credit card and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I use eyes for things that I do in life. I just move on like 3 days without sleeping, 4 days without sleeping, 5 days without sleeping, because you keep on gathering more and more issues. You know, if you stop, you're gonna lose like 2,000. So why must you stop?
How does that sit with you, knowing that if I were to achieve, if I were to succeed in something, but without drug, and I would take probably at a slower rate, how does that sit with you?
Boring.
What are your plans in terms of drugs when you're released in the future?
I'll plan like after I get my new passport, then I move. You cannot play drugs in Singapore.
It is certainly quite worrying if he's articulating those thoughts. But in the end, once they're released, we don't know what are the different things that might happen outside. He does have a very good family support, and his ability to connect with them, his willingness to connect with them. So these are some of the things that might actually help Rusdi keep to his change path.
Kau buat dengan aku sekali lah. Jadi aku boleh ajar kau sekali. Macam, sebelah aku. Alamak, cik nampak.
For Rusdi, giving advice to other inmates on exercises. It could be seen as a gang-related activity.
Kau buat dengan aku sekali lah. Jadi aku belajar kau sekali.
Ini kau kena belajar bermain sendiri ya. Kalau makcik nampak ah.
For Rusdi, I do see him a bit in the open yard, giving advice to other inmates on how to do a particular set of, exercises. Based on his expertise. In a way, we encourage because it builds rapport amongst the inmate. But at the same time, it could be seen as, a gang-related activity. So it's a bit in the middle of the fence for that one.
They will ask me question for tips so that I can guide them. We have a kind of grouping together that eventually do HIIT here, and it's very, very high intensity rather than the normal one outside, because down here we can really focus fully on our activities. Of course, the people are fitter here, of course, yeah, definitely.
The majority of offenders are actually drug offenders. So they come in with certain lifestyle and they're scrawny, skinny, Once they go out, they're fit. Because the food they eat, the time they spend exercising, that's the irony, right?
Rusdi. Okay, come, get ready for your televisit. Okay, Rusdi. So who's going to visit you?
My girlfriend, sometimes my mother.
Okay, how often they come and visit you? Every month?
Twice a month.
Twice a month.
I'm Rusdi's very close friend. Technically, I would say yes, I am his girlfriend. But because the relationship is so complicated, it's very hard to actually say it out in public.
Lah, dia orang tak sedia kerja.
Tak nak lah.
Try lah.
Nanti sama juga driver delivery juga apa.
Minta yang lain lah tanya.
Tak nak lah, apa lagi?
Habis Uri keluar nak buat apa?
Nak relax dulu lah, penat kasih.
Nak relax.
Kasih Ajan.
You inside 2 years, not enough relaxation.
I also have interest to actually go back to fitness.
I don't think you should go back to that.
Tak mau. Mak pun tak galakkan. Tukar kerja lah. Tak mau kerja tu je.
My fitness mentor was the one that introduced me to math. He used it for bodybuilding as a form of water reduction. As a form when the muscles get very lean.
10 years ago, he took drug. That was the beginning of their life upside down. The first time Rusdi took drug, when he came home, dia marah. Dia nak lemparkan kipas angin tu kat cik.
Without drugs, he's really just like a normal person, a good one.
Tak adalah. Kali ni mak kasih Udi kebebasan lah. Untuk Udi dah besar apa. Dah 30 lebih apa. Dia berfikir. Jadi mak tak nak macam dulu.
Yalah, mak kasih kebebasan. Sekarang masalahnya negeri yang Udi duduk tu tak kasih.
Jaga diri sendiri.
Dia tak macam mak lain.
Jaga diri sendiri mesti nak percaya diri sendiri.
Tengok Azhar.
Orang pun boleh percaya. Itu tau important.
He has to build that trust together with us because we can't trust him fully.
I like him in prison because all can control him lah. He never take drug and he behave. Because if outside, nobody to jaga him, you know.
How can I help you today? What happened?
Yesterday I played takraw and then I had slight injury on my hamstring, left hamstring.
Left hamstring. Okay.
So we've got quite a lot of people who used to be dependent on substances. So they will come here and they will seek to find medications which can be addictive, like some painkillers. And sometimes they will not tell you what they're looking. They will phrase it in a different way and you just have to suspect and clarify them.
Can I just confirm, do you fall down or you just stretch your muscle?
Stretch my muscle.
Stretch your muscle. Okay. Nobody hit you or anything so far?
What's challenging would be to sift through those undertones. You might think twice before you give them what they ask for. We have to be aware, so that we don't, accidentally propagate the behavior.
Yeah, just lift up your bottom. So around here lah. Okay. Any injury to your knees? The hips?
Hip, yes.
Hips also cannot. Still can walk today?
Still can walk.
I had a look. He probably just strained his hamstring, so I gave him some painkillers and advised him to walk around more if he can.
If you're not well, just come back and see us again. Okay, can lah. Okay, take care. Have a good day.
Hey, good morning everybody. So today we are going to start our schema elective module.
So generally in their childhood, and if hitting someone else was rewarding in the past, that increases the chance of using violence in the future.
Tell us your name, share one of your happy childhood memories. Whoever wants to share, they just start.
Yeah, my name is Graceson. My one childhood memory is when the time we'll be able with my siblings and my father and mother together, the period of time. I can remember one part that we were quite happy together.
Okay, my name is Boon. So one of my happy childhood memory is when I started to play drugs. I can't seem to think of anything. I blocked out my childhood.
So sometimes growing up is good, sometimes growing up not so good. And sometimes some people go away growing up having certain fears, anxieties, thoughts to protect themselves. Anger? Why anger?
I was 3 years old that I can remember because my mom was pregnant for my sister. And my late father working as a part-time and job hops. I think my mom trying to ask my father, then where's the meal coming from lah. My late father beating my mom up, the mop wood snap kena my late father and I'm bleeding.
When they share stories about themselves, about their childhood, we're reaching out at the core belief to unpeel each layer and to address what is really an issue that's driving the violence. We will then teach them how to challenge or accept these thoughts so that they will come up with a more balanced perception.
I'll give you all some color paper, okay? I got 4 colors, yellow, green, red, and blue, okay? When you put it over your eyes, what do you see? What color is this? Pink.
White.
White. Red. You pull down, what color is it?
Green.
Green. The card I hold is still green. Yes. But the color that you put on makes it look like a different color. When we talk about schema, it's like that. It's something like that. When we go through certain experiences, it colors a bit. Go through even more experiences, it colors a bit. And after a while, that becomes the permanent color. So for example, if I am growing up and I'm telling myself I need to stay safe, I better hide from view so that I don't get beaten up. But if every problem that they face, okay, I better hide, then it becomes a problem already, right?
For Khai especially, there are repeated times that he used violence to get what he needs. And if it works, it would further strengthen that belief that violence works. Violence will solve my problems. After a while, it became like a response, an automatic response.
Back then, my dad suffered with stage 4 cancer. We have my dad appointment. We're supposed to meet up with my ex-girlfriend. She doesn't turn up. That's where it led me to frustration, anger. She replied after a few days. She said that she's going to explain to me everything. She says that she was on the way. That time was around 5:30. And I just keep on waiting at the MRT station. She turns up at 9:30. She did not explain me at all. That is too much already. So that's where I think I burst out. I grabbed her wrist. Why you say you were on the way, you making me like a fool? You know my responsibility is big. What if anything happened to my dad? Are you going to be responsible? I feel good that I grabbed her. Because to show the pain, the struggle that I gone through, after time flies, I understand myself. It's not worth. There's something new that I learned in myself.
It's just a minor thing, a small thing that I need in myself. It's a hook. It's not stick already, the double-sided doesn't drop. I look for the officer for help. Then the next day, he just treat that nothing happened. Very pissed off, very, very pissed off.
Don't take things too personal, okay?
One time, two time, I okay lah. I really, by the third, fourth, he never do for me. It's really very hard to control this temper. I really wanted to hit him or what, all this. In prison, a lot of things we have to put up requests. Us, like for pencil, we need to put requests. Double shaver for those really grow very fast, they also need to request. Actually, I need one more hook here. Sometimes the hook also not strong, then they drop. Then I need another one for my towel. But I'm still waiting for them to get back to me. Then we will keep asking, hey, sir, have you done the request for me? Some will apologize, sorry, I forget. Then they never help you put up. So at the end of the day, still no one put, then you have to find other officer. In the cell, we will keep thinking, when will he approve? I'm anxious, like trouble. Then I got some problem. I find that one staff got grudges with me. Whatever I ask him to do, he never do for me. I scared later one day I explode, then not nice to him also.
Don't take things too personal.
At first, one time, two time, I okay lah. By the third, fourth, he never do for me.
Why didn't you approach him, ask him what happened?
For now, maybe I see him also, I feel very hot, very stressed. I feel like I want to go and straight approach him.
If Graceson show defiance, disrespectful against officer, a report will be submitted and he will be punished. We will seriously take action. His release will be delayed. It can be at another 2 more days.
This temper is really very hard to control. So I know myself, when his answer to me is like too unreasonable, I might get angry. So I don't want to talk to him and get myself in trouble.
I understand you're angry, you are so upset and everything. But try to think the consequences lah. We can't expect everything to be happen according to what we want. Don't let your emotion take charge of you. So far you managed it well, so continue that. So any issue, anything, you just come and look for me.
So if you recall, we made you do a survey, right? Yeah, and the survey was meant to help us find out what are your schemas. The schema that you scored quite highly was emotional deprivation. It's the expectation that your desire for some emotional support will not be met by others. Going back to as far back as you can remember, when do you recall having these feelings?
When I was 3.
You just have to listen to my voice and just bring yourself back to the time around 3 or 4 years old. Close your eyes. If you don't feel so comfortable, you can look down. Can you describe what is the scene that you're looking at?
In front of me is highway.
What was happening around you?
There's car. We walk a lot from places to places.
What were some of the things that you were thinking to yourself at that age?
Where am I going? Yeah, why people got house, why we keep on moving? We never stay at that one particular place for a long time. Always 2-3 days, then move around. We was homeless.
How does young Khai look like?
I did not smell. It's confused. We only eat 1 meal per day, and I always get hungry when I was a kid.
But what is going through your mind?
Nobody was there, nobody gonna listen to you. Mostly you just hold yourself alone.
His experience as that young child in that moment. His parents couldn't take care of him. They were unavailable for him, although they were physically there. He was alone. What we can do is we can address it. When he encounters a trigger or a difficult situation, he doesn't have to function like what he had functioned as a 3-year-old.
If you were to go up to young Khai right now, what would you want to say to him?
You're gonna be okay. Just stay strong. Don't lose hope.
Why?
My few close friends who always encourage me when they see something bad gonna be happen to me.
As an adult right now, hearing himself say it, you're going to be okay, don't lose hope. That's where the powerful part of the exercise is. I'm this adult right now who's capable of doing things differently. We're not just looking into to dig and open an old wound, but how we can help it heal, make it part of his strength to go forward.
So after I applied through this FRC, which is a Family Resource Center, to get rent accommodation. I'm still haven't get their call. I'm still waiting and kind of very worried. So I actually seek Sergeant Mutan for advice.
Regarding your referral for the accommodation, okay, I got reply this week or next week, they will arrange an interview.
So in case if, let's say, fail, how?
Never mind, let them work first, first step, to find out, because they need to know the eligibility. Do you feel really stressed about this accommodation?
Yes, very, very stressed actually. Yeah.
Accommodation is just one issue. No need to be worried. Okay, on the day when you release, you won't be homeless. I want you to help think about the job, okay, what you're going to do. You got 7-8 months for you to really prepare. But the real world outside is more challenging.
I imprisonment for 3 years plus, so I feel a bit like left out from the world. So now the world also changed already. I'm actually a bit worried that I cannot adapt to outside.
Okay, this one for 15 minutes. Put on the loudspeaker. You don't touch the phone. We tried call few times, couldn't get. His face turned red. Maybe the phone got no battery. Bravo can grant 5002. Okay, Rosby. You can pack your item. Now we are transferring you, so you will be attending pre-release program.
Now I'm at cell 549. I'm gonna be here until the release date, and that is like 1 month plus away.